Doctor warns, if you don't masturbate in old age, this will happen to you. A whispered truth that could change your life. Have you ever paused to wonder what happens to your body, your mind, and your spirit when you set aside one of life's most natural, private, and profound acts as you age? For many over 65, the topic of masturbation feels like a forbidden whisper, something tucked away in the shadows of youth, rarely discussed in the golden years. But what if this quiet act of self-connection holds the key to a healthier, happier, and more vibrant you? What if the secret to aging with dignity, energy, and joy lies in a practice society rarely dares to name? This isn't just about pleasure. It's about reclaiming your vitality, nurturing your body, and honoring the person you are today. As a doctor, I've seen how small, intentional choices can transform lives, and this is one of them. In this guide, we'll uncover why self-intimacy matters more than ever in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, and how it can protect your health, lift your spirits, and remind you that you're still alive. Before we dive in, if you're ready to embrace a journey of self-discovery and wellness, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel and ring the bell so you never miss a life-changing health tip tailored just for you. Ready to rethink what aging means? Let's begin. Part 1. The body's silent plea. Why circulation and pelvic health matter. What happens when you stop listening to your body's quiet signals? As we age, our bodies don't just slow down, they adapt to how we treat them. Imagine your muscles without exercise. They weaken, shrink, lose their spark. Now picture your pelvic region, a vibrant network of tissues, nerves, and blood vessels that thrives on movement and care. When you stop engaging in self-intimacy, something remarkable and troubling happens. Without regular stimulation, blood flow to your pelvic area dwindles. For men, this can mean discomfort, reduced sensitivity, and a heightened risk of prostate issues. For women, it may lead to vaginal dryness, irritation, or a sense of disconnection from your own body. Did you know that within just a few months of inactivity, your body can begin to forget what it once knew so well? The tissues that once responded with ease become less elastic, less responsive, sometimes even painful. But here's the hope. Regular self-intimacy, even just once or twice a week, keeps those vital tissues alive. It's like watering a garden you've tended for decades. Each gentle act ensures your body stays supple, responsive, and healthy. Studies, like one from Harvard Medical School in 2016, found that men who ejaculated frequently, 21 times or more per month, had a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer. For women, a 2018 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that regular sexual activity, including masturbation, improved vaginal lubrication and reduced discomfort during menopause. Take Mary, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio. She shared with her doctor that she'd stopped all forms of self-intimacy after her husband passed away, believing it was no longer for her. Within a year, she noticed persistent pelvic discomfort and a sense of detachment from her body. Her doctor suggested gentle self-stimulation as part of her self-care routine. Reluctantly, Mary tried it, using lubrication and a private, calming space. Within weeks, she felt more connected, less tense, and noticed her discomfort easing. Could a small act like this bring you back to yourself? This isn't about chasing youth or forcing desire. It's about maintenance, honoring your body's design. You wouldn't stop brushing your teeth because you're over 65. Why neglect another essential part of your health? What's one small step you could take today to listen to your body's needs? Part 2. The emotional spark, reclaiming your inner fire. What does it feel like to lose touch with your own body? For many seniors, the golden years bring a quiet drift, a sense of living in a body that feels more like a caretaker's burden than a home. When self-intimacy fades, it's not just physical. The emotional toll can be profound, creeping in like a fog you barely notice until it's heavy. Picture this. You're 70, sitting in your favorite armchair, reflecting on a life full of love, loss, and lessons. But something feels missing. You avoid mirrors, not because of wrinkles, but because you no longer feel like you. Masturbation, though deeply personal, is a powerful act of reconnection. What if a single, private moment could remind you that you're still vibrant, still capable of joy? This act isn't just about release. It's about affirming your existence. It's a quiet rebellion against the idea that aging means fading. For John, a 72-year-old widower from Texas, rediscovering self-intimacy after years of abstinence was a turning point. I felt like I was waking up, he said. It wasn't just about pleasure. It was about feeling like I still mattered. That spark of self-worth can ripple outward, warming your interactions with others, softening the edges of loneliness. Research supports this. A 2020 study in psychology and aging found that older adults who maintained sexual activity, including masturbation, reported lower rates of depression and higher self-esteem. Why does this matter? Because every time you choose to connect with yourself, you're saying, I am still here. I am still enough. What would it feel like to look in a mirror and see someone worth celebrating? If you're nodding along, feeling this truth resonate, drop a 1 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. Let's keep this journey going. Part 3. The prostate's hidden ally. Why men can't ignore this. What's the one organ men rarely think about until it's too late? Your prostate, that small but mighty gland, plays a starring role in both sexual and urinary health. Yet, it's often overlooked until problems arise. Frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, discomfort, or worse. What if a simple, private act could keep this vital organ thriving? Regular ejaculation, whether through intimacy or masturbation, is like a workout for your prostate. It clears out stagnant fluids, boosts blood flow, and reduces the risk of inflammation or infection. A landmark 2016 study from European Urology found that men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 20% lower risk of prostate cancer compared to those who did so less frequently. Could something so natural be your body's best defense? Consider Tom, a 67-year-old from Florida. After years of neglecting self-intimacy, he began experiencing urinary issues and discomfort. His urologist recommended regular ejaculation as part of a proactive health plan. Skeptical but desperate, Tom incorporated self-intimacy into his routine. Within months, his symptoms eased, and he felt more in control of his health. It was like giving my body permission to work again, he said. This isn't about indulgence. It's about prevention. Ignoring your prostate's needs isn't modesty. It's a missed opportunity. What small choice could you make today to protect your future health? Part 4. The brain's secret boost, hormones that heal. What if a single act could flood your brain with chemicals that lift your mood, sharpen your mind, and help you sleep? As we age, insomnia, anxiety, and low energy can feel like uninvited guests. But your body has a natural pharmacy, and self-intimacy is the key to unlocking it. When you reach orgasm, your brain releases a cascade of feel-good hormones: dopamine for motivation, oxytocin for calm, endorphins for pain relief, and prolactin for restful sleep. A 2019 study in Neuroscience Letters showed that these hormones reduce stress and improve cognitive clarity in older adults. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed, with a spark of joy you haven't felt in years. Could that be worth exploring? For Sarah, a 69-year-old from California, sleepless nights were a constant battle. On her therapist's advice, she began incorporating self-intimacy into her evening routine. It was like a reset button, she said. I slept better, felt calmer, and started enjoying my days again. This isn't about chasing pleasure. It's about giving your brain the tools to thrive. What's stopping you from tapping into this natural remedy? If this resonates, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're feeling inspired. Let's dive deeper. Part 5. The power of touch, why your body craves it. When was the last time you felt truly touched? Not by someone else, but by yourself. As we age, physical touch often fades. Hugs become rare, intimacy may dwindle, and many begin to treat their bodies like machines to maintain rather than homes to cherish. What if a single act of self-touch could fill that void? Masturbation is more than sexual. It's a meditation, a way to say, I'm still here. It's a reminder that your body deserves kindness, not neglect. A 2021 study in the gerontologist found that older adults who engaged in regular self-touch reported lower levels of loneliness and higher life satisfaction. Could this simple act be the bridge back to yourself? Take Ellen, a 71-year-old from New York. After years of feeling disconnected, she began exploring self-intimacy as a form of self-care. It was like meeting myself again, she said. I felt alive, like my body was still mine. That act of reclaiming touch can soothe the soul, ease loneliness, and restore confidence. What would it feel like to treat your body with that kind of love? Part 6. Intimacy without a partner. Your right to feel alive. What happens when the person you shared intimacy with is no longer there? Loss, distance, or solitude can make you feel like intimacy is a chapter closed forever. But here's a truth that sparkles with hope. Intimacy begins with you. Could a private moment of self-connection remind you that you're still whole? Masturbation is an act of independence, a way to nurture your own desires without needing anyone else. For Clara, a 74-year-old widow from Georgia, rediscovering self-intimacy was a revelation. I thought that part of me was gone, she said, but I realized I could still feel joy, still feel alive all on my own. This isn't a substitute for love. It's a celebration of your own capacity for it. A 2022 study in Sexualities found that older adults who maintained self-intimacy reported greater emotional resilience, even in the absence of a partner. What would it mean to reclaim that spark just for you? Part 7. Breaking the chains of shame, embracing your truth. What if the weight of shame you've carried for decades isn't yours to bear? For many over 65, self-intimacy was once shrouded in silence, labeled as wrong or sinful. Those old messages linger, whispering that this natural act has no place in your golden years. But what if letting go of that shame could set you free? Masturbation is not a flaw. It's a gift. It's a normal, healthy part of being human, no matter your age. Releasing shame isn't just about acceptance. It's about stepping into confidence, peace, and self-love. Imagine walking through life without that heavy burden. How would that feel? For Robert, a 70-year-old from Michigan, shedding those old beliefs was transformative. I grew up thinking it was wrong, he said, but when I let that go, I felt lighter, like I was allowed to be myself again. What's one belief you could release to reclaim your freedom? Part 8. Practical steps to reconnect. Your guide to safe self-intimacy. Ready to take the first step, but not sure where to start? Self-intimacy in your golden years is about presence, not performance. Here's how to begin. With care and respect for your body. Create a sanctuary. Find a quiet, private space where you feel safe. Light a candle, play soft music, or wrap yourself in a cozy blanket. What makes you feel at peace? Use lubrication. As we age, dryness can be an issue. A water-based lubricant can enhance comfort and sensation. Try different types to find what feels right. Go slow. There's no rush. Explore gently, focusing on what feels good. Let this be a moment of care, not pressure. Listen to your body. Notice how you feel before, during, and after. More relaxed? More connected? That's your body saying thank you. For Linda, a 66-year-old from Colorado, this approach was a game changer. I was nervous at first, she admitted, but taking it slow, making it about me, changed everything. What's one small way you could start this journey today? Conclusion: a sacred act of self-love. What if the most powerful act of self-care is the one you've been taught to hide? Aging isn't about fading, it's about rediscovery. Your body, your mind, your spirit, they're all still here, waiting for you to listen. Self-intimacy is a quiet rebellion, a way to say, I am still alive, still worthy, still whole. This isn't about lust or youth. It's about honoring the person you are today, a person who deserves to feel joy, to sleep soundly, to walk with confidence. What would it mean to give yourself that gift? If this journey has touched you, drop a 1 in the comments to share your spark. Tell me one thing you've learned or plan to try. Let's support each other in living fully, vibrantly, and unapologetically. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights to light up your golden years. Here's to aging on your own terms, boldly, beautifully, and with love.